Okay.
Okay, hang on.
Go.
Okay. We're on.
Okay, peeps. We're back. And this is a shout out to everybody who's believers. I need you to pray for my nephew James. This show is dedicated to him. He had surgery yesterday. No details on it, but I love you, James. You're my boy.
Love you, James.
All she's going to give you is a peace sign. I love you, buddy.
I said love you.
I know, but you won't get on camera and say it. You're afraid of the camera. Okay. We're back to talking here. And my Mama Needs Coffee t-shirt is getting ready to get covered. But I've got my coffee.
She always got coffee.
Yeah. Today, now we already pre-made the coleslaw, but what we did for the coleslaw.
And yeah, we use a food processor.
The three things you're not gonna not be able to find in my kitchen is a food processor. Well, four things.
Well,
Food processor.
The things every kitchen should have.
Yes. Food processor.
Hand mixer.
Mixer. Whisk and dough cutter.
Yeah.
Those are the three things I don't let out go. I've got them in my kitchen. We're going to be making homemade chicken strips. We're going to tell you how we made the coleslaw and even put the recipe online.
Yeah, I'll put the coleslaw recipe in the description.
But we're going to be making mashed potatoes as well. Now, the thing about my mashed potatoes, I do not use any liquid in them. I drain them, put them in a bowl with 1 stick of butter, or the equivalent of, which today it's the equivalent of because we didn't have any sticks. But it's a tablespoon salt.
Roughly.
Or roughly between a teaspoon and a tablespoon. 1 stick of butter, or a half cup.
Well, as country cooks, we don't do a lot of measuring, so we kind of got to guesstimate. It's about a handful, and we're guessing it's about a tablespoon. So.
Yeah, I just kind of cup the inside of my palm and cover that, and that is roughly between a teaspoon and a tablespoon. And if we say a gulp of something, that means when you hear the liquid or the syrup go gulp, that's enough. Stop it there. Okay, now, the dredge for my chicken strips, and I've got 4 chicken strips.
The flour.
The flour that is here has, and I'm going to let her tell you what else in it.
2 cups of self-rising flour. We always use Pillsbury self-rising flour. 4 tablespoons Montreal Chicken Seasoning. 1 teaspoon of garlic, a teaspoon of sage, and a teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
Because the Montreal Chicken Seasoning has salt and garlic, but we always add more.
Yeah, it never hurts to add a little more. And the sage.
Yeah, I said sage.
Oh, okay. It doesn't have sage in it, but I like sage on meat. It's really good in sausage, but it's really good on other meats. And God has blessed me so much because most of my recipes I've created, but they come to me through laying in bed and seeing it pop behind my eyelids, and I'm like, okay, God, I'll write this down in the morning, and then I start flipping and flopping back and forth in the bed, and I can't go to sleep till I write it down. So I give God credit for all of my recipes. The fact that I'm a little overweight, that's not because of how much I eat, it's because I got a thyroid disorder. So don't be calling me fat 8 mil.
The chicken is 4 chicken breasts. They're about, I don't know, yay big chicken breasts. Cut into strips. And then this is just 1 egg. It was a country egg, so it's pretty big of an egg. But, so like 1 large egg. And then, I don't know, 1/4 cup of milk. Stir it all together real good.
Yeah, you
and we'll dip the chicken in it, and then in the flour, and then
put
into
it
the lard.
this
hot lard.
This is lard.
Our potatoes, we already peeled and diced them up.
Let's
pull up a little piece of the potato. Cut your potatoes as small as possible, and it'll cook a lot faster. They'll be done a lot quicker.
small cubes.
Yeah, small cubes. Way to test if your lard is ready.
You need to show them.
What?
Show them what it looks like when it's ready.
Well,
so you need to over here.
Way to tell. Box fell. Way to tell if your lard is ready is just take like a little pinch of flour. Get the camera here, right? And then just kind of sprinkle it in there and see how it does.
And it does that sizzle.
And when it kind of, yeah. And that's how you know you're. I mean, some chefs and cooks, whatever, they'll have, the fancy thermometers.
Yeah.
We don't have that stuff.
We don't. And I don't use a thermometer. I like the old
That's the old-fashioned way. That's the way I learned how to do it, and that's the best way I know how to do it.
And that's the way I like doing it. Okay, now.
And as TV chefs go, sometimes they go fancy for me, but there's one TV chef, Ann, don't remember her last name. She's on those the worst cooks, and she's one of the judges and stuff. She's always got like the spiky, real short hair. But I know one thing she said one time on one of her shows, and it's always stuck with me, and I live by it. Which I kind of lived by it before, but then I always quote her. She always said, "If you think you've added too much seasoning, add more."
Yes.
That's
another one
that's perfect.
The same thing as the Cajun cook.
Yeah.
I loved him. If you get to the red mailbox, you done gone too far, come back. But our food is very good. A lot of people say because I use lard and bacon grease that's not healthy. But doctors and a lot of scientists have started saying that it's better to use lard than the oils because they're fake, they're not natural, and it's better to go natural. So what I've been knowing for 51 years, or 61 years, almost 62. 9/11 makes 62. And I've lived this entire time using lard instead of oil. My aunt, the last surviving aunt I had, died age 100, and she used lard. Okay, now we are going to demonstrate how we do this.
A real taste tester is going to be here pretty soon. We
Yes.
need to at least have enough chicken for her to eat.
And mashed potatoes down.
Yeah.
Just lay them on this and I'll dunk them.
We want y'all to see how it looks.
Yeah, see, show them one that you've done. So they know.
Egg and then flour.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
And we don't throw the grease away after we're done. We strain it, and it makes a wonderful flavor for other things because it's got these seasonings in the lard when we're done cooking the stuff. And I'll be showing you how to make French cut green beans very soon. And not French cut, but home cut battered green beans. I call them deep fried green beans. And I use the Montreal Chicken Seasoning And it does not take long to cook chicken food and it be done. As long as you only make the chicken strips about that thick.
Yeah. And you gotta do hot milk.
Yeah.
And what's best cooking is that you use oil. You have to get hot, you have to leave it in there longer.
Yeah, because the heat point average is not as high on baked stuff as it is on lard. You get the lard hotter and it cooks quicker. And people next week when I do this video, I'm going to actually wear makeup. No one knows. You think it looks better with or without makeup because I've got to keep my hair back or put it in a hairnet. I won't let anybody cook in my kitchen with their hair down. I don't like getting, hair in my food. So almost done enough. And I need to turn these over. Oh, these are getting all so pretty and brown. When they're golden brown, they're done.
When the brown are cooking, when the blacks are done.
Amen.
we don't get them that done.
I like my Spam fried almost black. Hot dogs are fried black.
Yeah. Even your grilled cheese, you don't mind if it's pretty black.
That's right.
I accidentally burned it one time. She's like, "Oh, I like it."
And with my grilled cheese, and we will show you how to do that. I don't use butter on the outside of my bread. I use mayo. Hellman's mayo. It's better than using butter to brown them. It works so much better than butter, and it gives it an added oomph. And my nurse, who is my royal taste tester, she knows when she comes to bring her appetite. These are almost completely done. Well, they are. That's what they look like, peeps. I love homemade chicken strips. And I put them on a platter that has a layer of paper towels that absorbs the excess grease. She's clocking out and back in, so I will be taking over for a minute on the dredge. Dip it into the milk and flour. Or milk and egg, I'm sorry. I have a hard time talking today. Can't think right. My head hurts. Okay, there's one. Two. And you do not want to layer these, because if you layer them, It will cause them all to stick together.
Yeah. For her little basket, it's about 4 of that.
4 to 5. It's according to how many.
The size of them. Yeah.
The size of them and all that.
It just depends. Like, well, I made some the other night, but I had a bigger pain in the hood, and I got like 7 or 8 at a time. My strips were bigger too. Yeah. It just kind of depends.
But mine, it usually.
You just don't want to overcrowd. Just don't overcrowd it. Just give them a little bit of space between them, and hopefully y'all can be the judge of that.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We hope that you guys are trying these recipes.
Yeah.
Because you've never eaten anything any better. I'm a good cook. I'm not going to try and play all, what's the word for that? I'm not prideful and boastful, but I am going to tell you this food is delicious. And the only reason I share the recipes that God gave me is because I can make money go farther the way I do things. I try to do things naturally. And in about a week, I will probably have homegrown potatoes to use instead of the Yukon Gold, which I like better actually.
Yeah, the gold one is better.
Yeah, the Yukon Golds are good. That's what I use when we don't have homegrown tomatoes. But the smell in this kitchen is to die for.
Yeah. It's too bad y'all can't smell it.
Yeah, it's too bad they don't have a sniff button.
Smell-o-vision.
If we had smell-o-vision, it'd be great. Let's see how these turned out. These are nicely browned. They're very tender and completely done. And God, they smell so good, I'm starving now.
And she's there.
Well, go ahead. I think these are done enough to mash. I'll let you decide.
Well, you check one of these.
It's pretty soft. Okay. And we're going to save the juice in order to make some homemade potato soup, because I try not to throw anything out that can be used, because with today's food prices, it's very hard. I never thought I'd ever see the day food would get this high. But the Bible predicted it, so it predicted that in Revelation, it predicted that a loaf of bread and would cost a whole day's wages. So I'm learning survival. Well, I've already had. I'm teaching survival. How to make things cheap in an expensive world. But, like we said, we've already got the coleslaw made. And what makes my coleslaw different? Number one, all of the ingredients are thrown into the food processor. But I use cabbage, broccoli, carrots, and what else?
Onion.
Onion. and we will put the entire recipe online.
Yeah.
It is the best slaw you'll ever eat. It's called broccoli slaw.
And mayo.
Mayo, Hellman's all the way, and I do not get a kickback using labels. But the reason I use labels on here is I want you to be able to get the best taste.
Ooh, see all that steam?
Oh man, that's, instead of black moon rising, it's potato steam rising.
Yeah, but people, I gotta use the mixer, so it might get noisy.
And our royal taste tester has arrived.
We're getting ready.
For you to try. That's all. Hold on for a minute, Susie.
They look so much yellower in real life. And they look whiter. They're actually so yellow.
I like
Yukon gold. So yellow.
I want to be able to taste the best.
Yeah. That one thought was probably weird. I like to add a little bit of mayonnaise to my mashed potatoes. It gives them a little tang, but
I don't. I only use straight mashed potatoes, butter, and salt. I'm old-fashioned and she's new-fashioned.
that's not a new fashion thing. A lot of people do it, but I think it gives them a little tang to them and makes them taste pretty good.
When I put mayo in mine, it's to make homemade
It's matte for potato salad,
potato
yeah.
salad.
Okay. Come on, mashed.
That's
And potatoes are hard to get salty enough, so you might have to have more salt, but
I usually do. I don't put enough in that it's going to be real salty because my ex-husband and my daughter both eat. Sometimes my ex-husband eats here. They both have, he has high blood pressure and she's at risk for it. Okay, let's make her a plate. And this is how much runoff we had from the potatoes. We'll show you how to make homemade potato soup using the juice from the potatoes. And on the next video, I'll probably have that as one of them. And I don't know if I'm going to be taping every Wednesday or maybe sometimes we'll do it on a Thursday. But we will get it done. And I love homemade potato soup, people.
our Cole Slaw.
And always use a slotted spoon to dip it with.
Yep, see. So better look at it here.
I make a lot of coleslaw because
Phyllis
Phyllis loves it. She hates coleslaw, yet she loves it.
Yeah, because this is sweet slaw. I call it sweet slaw or Kathy slaw.
Mostly Kathy Slaw. She called it Kathy Slaw forever.
Or it's called it sweet slaw at first.
No, you called it Kathy
I call it
Slaw.
sweet slaw. Because it's got sugar in it and no vinegar. Other than, you know, what vinegar's in the
I don't touch the vinegar.
No other added vinegar is in it. That was what always turned me off.
And my nurse never had this meal.
Which as a kid I loved.
Yeah.
I loved coleslaw as a kid, but
with vinegar in it.
As I grew up, I just hated it for whatever reason.
She's gonna love this. I'll put that in one of these. People call me a hoarder. This is a KFC bowl.
The little,
we use them to put like the ranch to dip the chicken strips in.
Yeah, it comes in handy for that, for putting your dips and stuff in.
It's perfect, and I use it.
Although call me weird, I like dipping my chicken in my mashed potato.
And so does my daughter.
All right, here she comes.
Okay, our royal taste tester. My sweet, sweet nurse, Tammy, is wonderful.
Does it smell good in here? You can smell it from outside.
That's what we said. We wish they could smell it.
You can smell fried chicken outside.
We need smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision, yeah.
Yes.
Well, it looks good.
I want you to try everything and then give your opinion. And the chicken is cool enough; it shouldn't burn you.
Okay. Can I go ahead and dip it?
Yes, dip it in the ranch and have at it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's honest to a fault.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 10.
Alright, is it tender?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Melt in your mouth.
Now, try the potato salad and the mashed potatoes. I need a number on both of them.
Okay. Okay, mashed potatoes first.
Yeah.
You might have to add more salt.
Did you use those yellow potatoes?
Yes.
Okay.
I always use Yukon Gold unless we have homegrown.
You might have to add more salt because we didn't add a whole lot.
Nope, they're perfect the way they are. They're 10. They're really creamy.
And
the hand mixer.
coleslaw.
And this is my favorite. It's not like everyone else's coleslaw. It looks
She has tasted my
shredded
coleslaw, but not with the broccoli in it. That's got broccoli in it.
It's good.
Is it good? Okay, Pete.
How'd you chop it up so fine like that? That's a 10?
Food processor.
So you have a 10 and a 10 and a 10. 10 plus on the coleslaw.
Food processor. I told them that 4 tools that I will not do without in my kitchen.
Well, 5.
Food processor, mixer, whisk, and dough cutter.
Yeah, there was. I thought there was 5.
No, there was 4.
I thought there was another one.
That's good.
Is that not delicious? And putting the broccoli in, a lot of people don't like broccoli. I'm one of them. I rarely like broccoli. But God showed me how I can take a very healthy thing like broccoli and make it taste good no matter what. I can make some of the best cream of broccoli soup you ever ate. And I will be showing you the recipe soon. But for now, this is Kathy, Phyllis, and Tammy, my lovely nurse, saying goodbye. And please follow us so that you will be alerted to all the different recipes we will be making. Thank you, and we love you, and God bless all y'all.